and we're passing people getting pulled over with Illinois plates. We're going through lights as a fleet, no honking, nothing like that. Remember, nobody left out. So, light changed yellow, car went through, everybody's going through. 5 cars, no issues, no problems, nobody honking, nobody mad. So, that is my Moor Science Temple of America thought and what I see this can be or supposed to be. And people are trying to take that away from my mentality when that's real. I actually experienced being in the car when the individual who's operating it has a nationality card, no license, and the car itself has Moorish plates on it, and they never got bothered once. We were there for a weekend, drove all over the place, not once, no stop at all, not once. And then Moors want to know now, how come it's so hard to do this, and how come it's so hard to, you can't even reserve your rights, they're stopping you from reserving. Yeah, because dirty Moors got people straying away from studying. Because trust me, again, Moors, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, Moors in Mecca, right? That they're going to court, and court shut down for the day. Court shut down, them only in the court. Just them in the court. Nobody else has anything going on in the court on the day when those Moors go to court. And of course their stuff gets dismissed all the time, every time. So people have been playing with your birthright. People have been making your birthright look like some religious mockery of something. That's not what this is. Trust me, that's not what this is. Yeah, Moors get arrested. Yeah, a Moor got killed. But that's not stopping me from being no Moor. That's not diverting me away from my nationality and my birthrights. It seems like that's what people are trying to do, because the way they're bringing it up, they're going to get people to not want to be Moors, which that's not the point. You know what I mean? Like, somebody says, a Moor, not even somebody, a Moor says, wow, look at those Moors over there. Those Moors are sovereign citizens, and look what happens to them. They get their glass busted and they get shot up or whatever like that. People are going to detach from being Moors. They're not going to not be sovereign citizen Moors. They're going to say, forget this. I'm not even going to be Moor. Which is the point of COINTELPRO agents. Get people to give up their birthright. Get people to abandon their own birthright. And then once they abandon, then you can't blame them. Because you abandoned your birthright. You abandoned it. Listening to crazy people telling you pay taxes. That's not even Congress that is asking for taxes. And they're going to tell you that they're constitutional. How are they constitutional? Hold on a second. These are supposed to be Moors in the Moor Science Temple of America, right? And they are telling people in 2016 to pay taxes. These are Moors, right? They're telling Moorish Americans pay taxes, right? Now, everybody knows that the IRS is who collects taxes. So that's who you're paying your taxes to. Regardless of how they wind it around through different municipal whatever, blah, blah, blah. ultimately taxes go on the IRS. Now these individuals say that they're constitutional because they have a quote unquote United States amity banner. So if they have an amity banner hanging, flying, and anybody else who flies that, they're talking United States Constitution. So United States Constitution Article 1, Section 8. The Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes. The Congress. But they're not telling you to pay taxes to Congress. They're telling you pay taxes to some municipal BS for some road BS. And garbage should get picked up and all that stuff. Aren't they clearly anti-constitution? Clearly they're anti-constitution. Because why would you pay taxes to a foreigner in your own land? It doesn't even, who sends these people? And then how stupid are they to take the bait to say that they're going to be against civics and pushing the concept of civics doesn't exist or whatever. When everything's been laid down, everything's been said, everything's been told. There's no secrets. All the secrets are gone away. Anybody telling you that there's secrets, that they got some secret? Oh yeah, the Moors didn't tell you everything. The Moors didn't tell you everything because we have a flag over here, and then this flag is the real Moorish flag. Don't listen to those people. Don't even listen to them. Because they're going to make you abandon your birthright, and then you're going to be complaining later. Then you can't complain because you abandoned it. Like a dummy. Listening to some fool. Who knows better. But, you're going to do his fool stuff. Right? What shall we call him? So often our various journalists find trouble in selecting the proper name for the Moorish American. So often our various journalists find trouble in selecting the proper name for the Moorish American. Some say Negro, another will brand him raceman, still another would call him Afro-American, and then comes colored, dark American, coon, shine, the brethren, and your folks. So if Noble Drew Ali, in his own words, is telling Moors that they find trouble selecting the proper name for Moorish American because, Moorish Americans are classified as Negro, raceman, Afro-American, colored, dark American, coon, shine, the brethren, and your folks. Doesn't that mean that all these people that have these names are actually and factually Moorish American? And if they are Moorish American, did they get that by going through some temple? Did Noble Drew Ali say that these Negro, black, whatever like that have to go to the temple to be Moorish American? No. But people push that idea to get people, once again, to look at this as some group organization BS that somebody could take it away from you if you act bad and if you don't do certain things and you don't follow this and that, they can take stuff from you. Nobody can take your birthrights from you. It's yours. And anybody talking like they can take your birthrights from you or sell it to you, they're dirty Moor. That's just what it is. Don't be, disappointed or nothing like that or whatever. That's what it is. Because majority of what you've been told about what Noble Drew Ali brought has been warped. Majority of it. Why is it warped? Because somebody told you. And once they're telling you what Noble Drew Ali brought, you're not knowing. And the objective of this claim that you're making, I'm Moorish American, I'm a Moor, you're a Moor because you know. That's why you want to be a Moor. You don't want to be a Moor to get off that ticket that you got. You don't want to be a Moor to beat some foreclosure. You don't want to be a Moor because something just happened and you're coming into this. You don't want to be a Moor because you killed somebody, now you're in prison and they, should let you go because they don't have jurisdiction. You're being a Moor because you want to know. And if that's not reason enough to be Moor, then you probably shouldn't walk down this path. Because this path is solely about knowing. And you're not going to know unless you study for yourself. Yeah, you can watch as much lectures as you want. Go to as much classes as you want, lectures, or whoever. But if you're not studying for yourself, you're missing out on what you're supposed to be learning. Because anybody who's a teacher, their job is only to inspire you to be greater than them. Because teacher knows already. That's why he's a teacher. And teacher's job is to get you to know. Don't listen to what I say. Go check everything and make sure that it is what it is. Better check everything to make sure it is what it is. And if active Moors are telling you to do that, then you have to triple check if dirty Moors tell you to do something. It is indeed a hard matter to find something suitable for the various occasions where a title needs to be used. Is it that these people have no proper name? Did they have a national name when first brought to these shores in the early part of the 17th century? If so, what was it? Did not the land from which they were forced have a name? It now appears a good idea for those whose duty it is to write for the various journals to find out what the national name of the forefathers of these people was. Obviously they didn't do that. Because Noble Drew Ali even told the Moors, how you expect your story to be told by somebody else. Tell your own story. Also, look into the history of the founders of civilization and see who they were and where they stood in the building of present civilization. Oh, so taxes didn't pay for this. The building of present civilization was done by the founders of civilization. Taxes didn't pay for that. So why should you pay taxes to a foreigner in your own land? Unless you're property of those foreigners, because you have a license with Bay on it, because you have a birth certificate with Bay on it, because you have some instrument from them with Bay on it, you are their property. Because I'm pretty sure that you didn't reserve your rights. Pretty sure. Just go check. Because Moors think that, using a free national name don't have to reserve my rights. There's more reason for you to reserve your rights now. Because now they could come and take your head.